Hi there. Today I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks to help you win at the game of sequence. And the game of sequence involves you getting your little tokens and putting those 5 in a row, whether it be vertically, horizontally or diagonally, is getting 5 in a row. And depending on how many people are playing, you either need to get 1 sequence or 2 sequences to win. Okay, so today I'm going to assume that there is only 2 people playing, and because there's 2 people playing, then you get dealt 7 cards. So what I do when I get my cards is, and this is also during the game as well, I sort of keep them in some sort of order, so you kind of got an idea of what cards you've got. So sort them in order. So I've got all the diamonds together. Jack is a wild card, so I'll put that over to one side. And then what I do, 3 and the 6 together. So you can see there that I've got in ascending order, the diamonds together, the spades, and then the clubs together. Okay, so I'm going to assume that I'm going first in this game, and what I have to do then is work out what is the best card to play. And I'm looking at the 4 of clubs, and I've got 2 choices with the 4 of clubs because every card appears twice on the board, so I can either put it there or there. The token there's put the token there or there, but what I'll do then is I'll lay the 4 of clubs there out there, and I'll put the token on the 4 of clubs there because I've already got the 3 of spades in my hand, and the 3 of spades is right next to the 4 of clubs. And then what's good about that is that next turn I'll play the 3 of spades, put a token on there, and I've got 2 together, and I've started on my first sequence, hopefully. And always remember to pick up a card after you go, so you keep 7 cards in your hand. And so Jack actually is quite a good one, so I'll put that over to one side with my other Jack. Okay, so this the other opponent is going to play the Queen of Diamonds, and then the Queen of Diamonds is up there. So if they've laid their Queen of Diamonds up there, and then now it's my next turn, and there I'm going to play that 3 of spades as I predicted. 3 of spades, and I pick up a card. Okay, so what's a good idea then is, as you pick up a new card, then have a look on the board and see where the, in this case it was the King of Spades, where is the King of Spades? I've got a King of Spades there, and I've got a King of Spades over there, so they're my 2 options. So I'd probably, because I've already started over here building up a few tokens, then I'd be tempted actually to play the King of Spades next time, because it's all sort of building up an area over here that hopefully I'm going to get my 2 sequences from. Okay, so we've each had about 7 goes now, and my opponent's doing quite well. He's got 4 in a row there, so all he needs is an Ace of Hearts or a King of Spades to get his first sequence. And then I've got 3 in a row there, which isn't too bad, and then I've still got those 2 that we saw before, and a couple more there. So you can see how I'm building up my blue in concentrating in one sort of area, and hopefully to get the 5 together, and then the green sort of doing a similar thing where he's got all these greens in kind of one rough area. Okay, so it's time to play my next card then, and I've got the 2 of spades. So I'm going to play the 2 of spades there. So put it out, put a token there. And what's the great thing about these corner pieces is that you actually only need 4, if you can link up with a corner piece, because that's like an automatic token there. So if you got, all you need is 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a row, and then you'll get a sequence in that situation. Although I've already got one there in the 6. So yeah, so that tip is try and build up around your corner piece is quite good, because you actually only need to get 4 in a row and to get the sequence. Okay, so it's my go again now, and there's been a few more goes since last time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Ace of hearts there. And remember to pick up a card, of course. And you can see there that what's good about that one is that I've got I've got potentially, I've got a sequence that could go that way, I've got a sequence that could go that way, and I've also got a sequence that could go diagonally. So I'm sort of using the one token for potentially more than one sequence. So I guess that's just one less token that you've got to put out if you can get sequences that are going all those different ways. There's been a few more goes since last time, and you can see there that I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'm just missing one in the middle, and I reckon this is the time to use my wild card. So this is the two-eyed jack. Yep, the two-eyed jack. I can play that, and I can put the card, that token on any free space, and you can see there that I've got 5 in a row, and that's a sequence. And once you've got 5 in a row, then your opponent can't use a one-eyed jack to take any of those away. You've got a sequence, and it's locked in, and so all I need now is another sequence. Now the next tip involves whether you should block or build, and by blocking you can see there that my opponent's put his green token there, and he's blocked the chance of getting a sequence that way or that way. What I'm inclined to sort of think you should do is actually build as much as you can, but once your opponent, you can see your opponent's got 4 there, then what you're better off to try and do is to kind of block 4 there, because he either needs an ace of hearts, a queen of spades, or the wildcard jack, sorry, to play it. But I've picked up the queen of spades. So what I'll do then is I'll block that spot, lay down the queen of spades, put down the token, pick up a card, and you can see there that I've started to block my opponent. And I've also had a chance then. I've got a chance then of getting another sequence down that section. Okay, so when you're playing sequence, obviously 5 in a row that are horizontal or vertical are relatively easy to see, but also always watching out for a sequence that you can make on the diagonal. And in this case, I've got 1, 2, 3, the 6 of clubs missing there. If I had a 6 of clubs, I'd get a sequence along there, and also 1, 2, 3, 4. If I had the 9 of clubs, I'd also have a sequence up there. So things that aren't quite, aren't really that obvious, but so yeah, always be watching out for being able to create a sequence, not only horizontally, vertically, but also on the diagonal. And you can see there I've got 3 going up there as well, and I just need 2 there to create a diagonal that way. And if I did create a diagonal up along here, then you can see there I've already got a sequence that way. Then I'd be using that same token twice in one sequence, and then in the other sequence going up on the diagonal. Okay, the next thing to show you is when to use or how to use the one-eyed jack. And the one-eyed jacks remove tokens, and the two-eyed jacks are wild, and you can play them anywhere. But this is a one-eyed jack, and I've decided I want to get rid of that token there on the green token on the 5 of diamonds. So I'll play my one-eyed jack, and I'll take the token off and give that back to my opponent. Pick up another card, and then the next turn I can lay because I've got a 5 of diamonds, I can put a blue token on the 5 of diamonds. That might be useful then to build up a sequence going along that section. So there we go. I just play that out. So the opponent's going to lay that 3 of clubs, and he'll lay the 3 of clubs there. And then I'll lay the 5 of diamonds, and I'll put it there like that, and pick up a card. Okay, dead cards is another thing to show you. Worth watching out for dead cards, because it's an opportunity to get rid of that card in your hand. So you can see there the 3 of clubs. I've got a blue token and a green token on each of the 3 of clubs. It only appears twice on the board. So what I can do there, I can say, hey, that's a dead card, and I can play it, pick up another card, and then I pick up the 5, and all in the one turn I can play the 5 of clubs, and then so I can get rid of the dead card and play a card all in the one go if I've got a dead card. Okay, so I think it's time to finish the game. I've got the 2-eyed jack there in my hand, and there I can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing the 6 of clubs, so I can play the 2-eyed jack, put on the 6 of clubs like that, and so I've got my second sequence, and I win the game. Got the second sequence now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row on the diagonal, and I've also got 5 in a row there on the sequence that I got a little while ago. So yeah, it's you need 2 sequences to win when you're playing against just one player. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've picked up a few good sort of tips that you can apply to your next game or games of sequence. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.